In the small, sunlit town of Willow Creek, 6-year-old Noah bounced with uncontainable excitement. For months, he had dreamed of becoming a big brother, envisioning the adventures he'd share with his new sibling. His bedroom was a shrine to his passions. Dinosaur posters plastered the walls, a model T-Rex guarded his nightstand, and a well-worn book of prehistoric facts lay open on his bed. Noah imagined teaching his little brother everything he knew, from the fiercest dinosaurs to the art of building blanket forts that could withstand imaginary storms. One crisp autumn evening, Noah bounded into the living room where his mother, Sarah, sat folding tiny baby clothes. Her belly was round, a testament to the life growing inside her. "Mom, do you think he'll like dinosaurs?" Noah asked, his hazel eyes sparkling with curiosity. Sarah chuckled, her hands pausing over a soft blue onesie. "I'm sure he'll love everything you show him, Noah. You're going to be the best big brother in the world." A sudden movement beneath her skin made her gasp softly. "Come here, sweetheart. Want to feel him kicking?" Noah scrambled to her side, pressing his small hands against her belly. At first, he felt nothing, his brow furrowing in concentration. Then, a strong kick nudged his palm. His face lit up like a firework. "He's excited to come out." He laughed, his voice bubbling with joy. The front door creaked open, and Noah's father, Daniel, rushed in, fumbling with his tie. "I'm late again," he muttered, planting a quick kiss on Sarah's forehead. "Just wanted to say goodbye before I head to the office." "Dad, when's my brother coming?" Noah asked, tugging at Daniel's sleeve. Daniel ruffled Noah's sandy hair, a tired but warm smile spreading across his face. "Soon, champ. Your mom's almost at the end of her pregnancy. Just a few more days." As if on cue, Sarah winced, a sharp pain slicing through her abdomen. She masked it with a smile, brushing it off as a strong kick, but Noah's sharp eyes caught the flicker of discomfort. Daniel hesitated, worry creasing his brow, but Sarah waved him off. "I'm fine. Go, you'll be late." Noah, however, felt a knot of unease twist in his stomach. Something wasn't right, though he couldn't name it. He returned to his room, trying to distract himself with his dinosaur figurines, but the feeling lingered like a shadow. That afternoon, a loud crash echoed from the kitchen. Noah's heart lurched. "Mom," he called, his voice trembling. No reply. He sprinted down the hall, his sneakers skidding on the hardwood floor. In the kitchen, he found Sarah collapsed, her face pale and slick with sweat, a shattered glass beside her. "Mom, what happened?" Noah cried, dropping to his knees. Her eyelids fluttered, her voice weak. "I feel dizzy, I lost my balance." She swallowed hard, her hand trembling as she reached for him. "Noah, listen to me. Get my phone. Call an ambulance." His hands shook, but Noah steeled himself. He was going to be a big brother, he had to be brave. Racing to the living room, he found Sarah's phone on the coffee table and dialed 911. "My mom's sick. She's pregnant and she fell. Please come fast." His voice cracked, fear clawing at his chest. The paramedics arrived in a blur of red lights and urgency. As they lifted Sarah onto a stretcher, Noah clung to her hand, his small fingers gripping hers tightly. "Mom, you're going to be okay. I promise." The ambulance doors closed, and Noah insisted on riding with her, refusing to let go. At Willow Creek General Hospital, Noah sat in the waiting room, his legs swinging nervously from a chair too big for him. His sneakers barely touched the floor, and he clutched a small dinosaur toy, its plastic edges worn from years of play. When Daniel arrived, breathless and disheveled, Noah ran to him. "Dad, Mom's inside. The doctors are helping her." Dr. Miriam, a seasoned physician with kind eyes and a calm demeanor, approached them, her expression grave. "Mr. Carter, we need to talk. It's urgent." Daniel's stomach twisted. "What's wrong? Is Sarah okay? The baby?" Dr. Miriam's voice was steady but heavy. "Sarah has suffered a severe placental abruption. The baby is in distress, and Sarah is losing too much blood. This is critical. We need to act immediately to prevent further complications." Daniel's breath caught. "But she'll be okay, right? The baby too. There has to be something you can do to save them both." Dr. Miriam hesitated, choosing her words with care. "We're doing everything we can, but time is not on our side. We may not be able to save both. You need to be prepared to make a choice." The air left Daniel's lungs. His hands clenched into fists, his knuckles white. How can I choose between them? He glanced at the operating room doors, where Sarah fought for her life, then thought of the baby they'd dreamed of for so long. His voice broke. Save Sarah. Hours crawled by, each minute an eternity. In the recovery room, Sarah woke, her body weak and her mind foggy. Daniel sat beside her, his eyes red from crying. My love, he whispered, I had to make a choice. I couldn't lose you. Tears slipped down Sarah's cheeks as the truth sank in. Our baby, she whispered, her voice trembling. Daniel nodded, his throat too tight to speak, his tears falling onto the hospital bed. The door creaked open, and Noah entered, clutching his Aunt Hannah's hand. His face brightened when he saw Sarah awake. Mom, you're okay. He rushed to her side, throwing his arms around her. Sarah held him tightly, her fingers threading through his hair, drawing comfort from his warmth. But as Noah pulled back, his innocent eyes locked onto hers with an urgent question. Where's my little brother? I want to see him. Daniel's breath hitched, his grip on Sarah's hand tightening. Noah, he began, his voice faltering, your little brother, he went to heaven. Noah blinked, his lips parting in disbelief. No, that can't be. He shook his head, stepping back. I promised to protect him. I told him I'd keep him safe. His voice cracked, his small chest heaving as grief overwhelmed him. He can't be gone. He was supposed to be here. Tears spilled down his cheeks, his fists clenched in defiance. Sarah reached for him, but Noah pulled away, his sobs raw and heartbreaking. He needs me. I have to help him. His cries echoed through the room, shaking Sarah and Daniel to their core. Hannah knelt beside him, her own tears falling, but Noah pushed her away, inconsolable. Doctor. Miriam returned, her face solemn. If you'd like, you can say goodbye. Despite Sarah and Daniel's protests, Noah insisted, his voice firm through his tears. I have to see him. Please, I need to say goodbye. In a quiet room down the hall, drive. Miriam brought the tiny baby, wrapped in a soft white blanket. Sarah broke down, her body trembling as she reached for him. Noah stood beside her, his heart pounding. Mom, can I hold him? He asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Sarah hesitated, glancing at Daniel and Dr. Miriam. The doctor gave a small nod, and Sarah gently placed the baby in Noah's arms. Noah cradled him carefully, his fingers tracing the baby's cold cheeks. I told you I'd protect you, he whispered, tears streaming down his face. He rocked his brother softly, his small arms offering all the warmth he could muster. The room was silent, save for the muffled sobs of Sarah and Daniel. Then, a soft cry pierced the air. Everyone froze. Noah's eyes widened, his breath catching. Sarah gasped, covering her mouth, and Daniel staggered back, gripping the bed for support. Doctor. Miriam rushed forward, fumbling for her stethoscope as the baby let out another cry, stronger this time. He's crying, Daniel stammered, disbelief etched across his face. He's crying. Doctor. Miriam checked the baby, her hands trembling. This is impossible. He had no vital signs, but now, his heartbeat is steady, his breathing strong. She turned to the family, her voice filled with wonder. I don't understand how this happened. I've never seen anything like it. He was gone, and now, he's here. Sarah sobbed, holding the newborn tightly. Elijah, my sweet boy. Noah grinned through his tears, still cradling his brother's tiny hand. I told you he just needed me. I told you I'd save him. Doctor. Miriam, visibly shaken, said, we'll need to run tests, but this is a miracle. Daniel ran a shaky hand through his hair, his knees weak. Noah hugged his parents, his voice triumphant. See, I kept my promise. Word spread through Willow Creek like wildfire. Nurses whispered in the halls, patients shared the story in hushed tones, and soon, the town buzzed with tales of the miracle in room 204. There was no scientific explanation, only the belief that Noah's love and promise had reached beyond reason, touching something divine. In the days that followed, Elijah thrived, his tiny cries filling the hospital with hope. Sarah recovered slowly, her strength returning with each passing day. Noah became a fixture at her bedside, regaling his baby brother with stories of dinosaurs and secret forts. You're gonna love T-Rexes, Elijah, he said one afternoon, holding up his favorite toy. They're the coolest. Sarah and Daniel watched, their hearts full. The trauma of that day lingered, but so did the miracle. Daniel often found himself staring at Elijah, marveling at the impossible life in his arms. "How did you do it, Noah?" he asked one evening, his voice soft. Noah shrugged, his smile bright. "I just kept my promise." The hospital became a place of pilgrimage for the townsfolk. Neighbors brought homemade casseroles, flowers, and tiny knit blankets, each person touched by the story of Noah and Elijah. Pastor Emily, from the local church, visited often, her sermons now infused with the tale of a brother's love that defied death. Sometimes, she told her congregation, faith moves mountains through the heart of a child. Noah, though, remained unchanged by the attention. To him, Elijah was simply his brother, the one he'd promised to protect. He spent hours drawing pictures of dinosaurs for Elijah's crib, each one labeled with a wobbly, "To Elijah, love Noah." He'd sit by the bassinet, whispering secrets only brothers could share, convinced Elijah understood every word. One quiet evening, as the family prepared to bring Elijah home, Sarah sat with Noah on the hospital bed, Elijah nestled between them. "You're my hero, Noah," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "You saved him." Noah looked at his brother, his small hand resting on Elijah's tiny fist. "He's my brother. I had to." His voice was matter of fact, but his eyes shone with a love too big for his 6 years. As they left the hospital, the sun dipped low, casting a golden glow over Willow Creek. Daniel carried Elijah's car seat, Sarah leaned on Noah, and the family stepped into a world forever changed. The town watched, their hearts lifted by a story that reminded them of the power of love, faith, and a promise kept. Noah, true to his word, never left Elijah's side. He taught him to roar like a dinosaur, to build forts that could withstand any storm, and to believe in miracles. And in the quiet moments, when the world was still, Noah would whisper to Elijah, "I'll always protect you. I promised."